Okay, so now we're going to make the Dimetrodon. That's going to be a fun one. We're going to start with our oval. Pretty big oval, almost looks like an eye shape. And then add an oval for the head. So there's one oval, two ovals, and a circle here. Inside the circle, make it go to the top and the bottom, and a circle here. These are going to be to help us make the legs. And from the top of his back, come down, around, then start at the bottom of him, bottom of the circle of the oval, come all the way up and off the page and back on the page and join it. So that's his tail. Then we're going to connect his head to his body like we did with the T-Rex. Connect this head to his body so he has a neck now. So let me make my lines a little darker so you can see. There's his tail. Then this is the bottom part of him. It joins off the page and then back on. There's my circles, ovals for the legs. Okay, now I'm gonna draw his back leg first. I'm gonna start at the top of my oval, curve around like a backwards C. Like a C but backwards. And then right in the middle of the C, I'm going to make a C that goes this way. So there's one C going this way and one backwards C. Then from the backwards C, I'm going to make a little line that goes down and add on 3 toes. One big one, 2, 3 like hot dog shapes, and one back here, 4. Then put on his claws. It's like an arc and a point. And I'll erase this line. Then an arc and another arc for his claws. Arc, another arc, arc, another arc. Then for his front legs, I'm going to start up at the top of the circle, curve down like a big C that goes right off of his body. And then another C, and then add on his toes, 1, 2, 3, and one in the back. Then add on the arcs for his claws, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this one goes the other way, 1, 2. So there's 2 legs. His other leg's under his belly. So that one's going to come down 2 straight lines, and then his toes, 1, 2, 3, and then one in the back. Arcs, arc, arc, arcs. Then his other leg, it's going to be under his head, and it's kind of partly covered up by this one, so I'm going to add 1. Making his toes a little bit smaller because they're further back. Okay, now he needs to open his mouth. So I'm going to open his mouth by putting a big triangle here. And then if you want to see the other side of his jaw, start here and make your line come back. Can you see that? Here's the extra line I put in from the triangle. So now I'm going to add his teeth. There's some teeth on this side, some on this side, and some on the top. Then a big oval for his eye. And let's see if he's watching for T-Rex. He doesn't want T-Rex to come color in his eye. Leave a little white spot for a reflection of the sun. Okay, now I'm ready to erase my extra lines. So erase these because this leg is connected to his body. So it's overlapping his belly. I can't see his belly. And this one's overlapping his belly. So I'm going to erase the belly line there. And his neck part so it connects. I'm going to erase that oval. And this toe looks funny. Erase that line too. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. Arc, like that. Okay. There. Now comes the fun part. I'm going to start in the middle of his back. And see if you can see it. Go all the way almost to the tippy top of my paper with a straight line. Then I'm going to put another straight line, but make it shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter, shorter and short. Then I'm going to start where the middle one is and make it symmetrical. Shorter, 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 and then go dip, 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 dip. And there is your Dimetrodon. Whee! Can you see him? Okay, have fun making your Dimetrodon.